to another video. Today I want to talk about crystals for stress. I think a lot of people are stressed out right now, and stress is also just a part of everyday life. So why not look at some crystals that can help support us in times of stress? So mostly today we're going to be talking about calming crystals, crystals that will physically and emotionally calm you down. And I'm going off of just some of my own favorites, things that I notice that I constantly reach for whenever I'm feeling a little bit stressed. There's one especially, I'm just going to go ahead and start and get it out. This piece of lepidolite and pink tourmaline lives on my bedside table, and I am constantly reaching over and getting it and just holding it. It's such a perfect shape, like I'm always just holding it in my hand, but I'm also always putting it right here. And I put a lot of crystals right here when I'm laying in bed to kind of like soothe me, and I just do it purely out of instinct. Like I don't think about doing it, I just do it. And I do it with things you wouldn't necessarily think about all the time. I do it with my petrified wood all the time. And I think it probably has something to do with just calming my heart chakra down, because out in life I'm constantly opening my heart chakra on purpose because I'm trying to send people like waves, which is probably why I get so depleted in crowds. But I just like helping people, okay? I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about lepidolite before, but lepidolite actually contains a lot of natural lithium silica. So that's why it's one of the ones I like to physically wear a lot. This is actually lepidolite right here that I'm wearing. When it's actually on your skin and your body starts heating it up, people say that you actually start absorbing the natural lithium silica. So it's physically calming you down, but also I feel like just the energy of it calms you down emotionally. I find it very soothing and relaxing. This one actually has some pink tourmaline in it. So this one also is very like a loving energy to me. So it's like soothing, loving. And that's the feeling that we're going for with these crystals. Life is hard enough. There's enough crazy stuff going on. If we can keep things around us that make us feel just a little bit better, then we're better equipped to deal with everything that comes at us, to take care of ourselves, to take care of others. It's really important to stay in a high vibrational place, and other ways that you can do that besides just crystals are listing off things that you're grateful for. Gratitude is the fastest, easiest way to raise your vibration. Don't think about the bad, think about the good. The more you focus on the good stuff, the more good stuff you're kind of like able to pull into yourself. So thinking about the good things, being grateful for the things that you already have, having fun, laughing a lot, do things that you enjoy, be creative, use the energy that you have to do things that you've been putting off, because when you can check things off of a list of things that you've been meaning to get done, that's going to give you a little bit of a boost. You're going to feel better, you're going to feel accomplished, and just trying to keep your vibration high with things like that. Eating a lot of natural food, drinking water, getting sunlight if you can. If you're in a place where it's sunny, it's a little bit sunny here today. I'm really excited about it. If you can't get sun, happy lights are really cool. I did a whole video on my happy light and how much I love it. I will link it for you guys. Just do whatever you can to make yourself feel good. Don't get into a spiral of stress and what if and all of this stuff, because that's not going to make anything better. Let's talk about some more crystals. So like I said, I pulled a lot of things that just have like a calm, soothing vibe like this. This is the energy I'm going for. The way that I think about this energy is like this, and this kind of feels like a water thing to me. And I don't know if this is how I feel it just because I feel like water signs are very connected to their emotions, and my moon is in a water sign, and your moon is how you feel things. So I feel things like a water sign, and I feel everything all the time. My chart is actually mostly water. So I don't know if that's why I feel calmness and soothing energy like this, because that's what soothes me, because my emotions are what are a big part of the things that I'm trying to like cure. Maybe, I don't know. But personally, this is the energy that I'm like looking for when I was picking out these crystals for stress relief, anxiety relief, just like a calming, soothing, you want to be in that sort of a space. So another one that I picked up is rose quartz. Because to me, rose quartz is very, very soothing, and it's not something that I ever pick up and it makes me angry. It never gives me like a weird jolt. It's very predictable to me, and it's just like an old friend that you can go to, and I find it really soothing. This is definitely something that would be good to keep around you. I've been wearing a rose quartz bracelet around for probably like the last week, and I haven't been wearing a ton of bracelets until the past 2 or 3 days. All of a sudden, I just decided, like, yo, I need all the help I can get. Like, because I feel everything and everyone's going a little crazy, it's just like this is what it feels like around me. So I put all my bracelets on, I've been wearing them all the time. I do take them off before bed sometimes just because I roll around a lot and the rattling is just distracting and loud. But I've been wearing a lot of crystals, and I'm wearing my lepidolite today, like I showed you. Every time I leave the house, I put black tourmaline and moldavite in my pockets. I'm just more about the rose quartz. I actually took a salt bath yesterday, and salt baths are really good for cleansing your energy. So if you are going out and you're picking up all kinds of like craziness and you want to come home and just kind of like get it all off of you, salt baths are great. I just put a ton of salt in my bath. I like using sea salt. And then I love putting rose quartz in my bath. So this little one goes in the bathtub, and I feel like because there's so much salt in the water, it's like a conductor. So when you drop this in, it's sending that really cool rose quartz energy all throughout the bath, and it's just so relaxing and nice, you guys. Another crystal that I picked up for this is blue calcite. And I personally just find blue calcite to be very calming and soothing. I have kept this beside my bed a lot before. Right now, I keep it on my bathtub tray, but it's one of the ones that I just find very like relaxing. And all calcites are very cleansing. So I feel like this is really good to keep around you right now because not only is it calming, but it's also cleansing. So anything that's going on in you that is maybe not in your best interest, maybe it's gonna like scrub it out a little bit. Fingers crossed. Blue calcite I think is a great one to keep around right now. I actually have this thing that is just full of blue calcite and rose quartz. It just happened to be filled with this stuff already, and it's been living in my crystal room, but I'm gonna take this out into the living space so it kind of like fills the space with a nice energy. But I also have a grid that I built out there that I'm gonna show you in a minute, so hang on for that. More calcite. We're gonna talk about a lot of calcite today because, like I said, it has such nice cleansing properties, but also the different colors support you in different ways. The blue one I find soothing and calming, but the green ones are also very, very calming. So these are just a few pieces of green calcite that I have. They feel so nice. They have a very like positive energy too. So it's not that it's just like calming me down, but it's also giving me a little happiness boost, which again, raising your vibration is a great way to deal with stress. Another thing that I do with green calcite is I have a lot of little pieces of it and I keep it in my car, like in the little side panels of my doors. I think that that's a really nice gridding thing in my car to try to keep everything like calm and soothing. So green calcite is another one that I think would be absolutely wonderful around you for stress, to calm you down, to make you feel better. So I don't have any really large pieces of pink opal, but I have a lot of small pieces of it laying around. And it's just one worth mentioning because it does have a very, very nice soothing energy. And I feel like I'm using the word soothing energy so much in this video, but that's like what I'm looking for. That's the feeling I'm going for. And other than soothing, I'm not sure how I would describe this other than nurturing. It's also like an inward nurturing thing that, again, just makes you feel kind of like safe and secure and accepted, and all of those things I feel like would be very balancing when you're feeling stressed or anxious or crazy. It's worth mentioning lepidolite again. This is a plain one that doesn't have pink tourmaline in it. Again, I'm wearing lepidolite. There's my lepidolite bracelet. Guys, if you've watched me, you know I keep most of my crystals in this room, but right now I'm going to take a lot of these soothing ones out and just kind of like put them around in the living area, put them around our bed. I'm going to put some in Ryan's office, just the places where we're spending time. I just want it to feel very like safe and soothing and everything else in here. I did a huge smudging the other day. First, I cleaned everything really well, and then I smudged everything really well. There was like a nice breeze that day, but it was sunny. I had all the windows open. So the past few days I've been working really hard on the energy in here also, just trying to make it like happy and uplifted and stress-free. I'm trying. I thought lithium quartz would be a good one to mention for this. Lithium quartz, a lot like lepidolite, very soothing. I don't have that much to say about this one, but just holding it is making me think about the fact that just because these are the crystals I'm recommending, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone would feel the same way holding these crystals. But I hope that just in bringing your attention to the energy that crystals give you, as in if you have some crystals at home and you're feeling like stressed out and anxious, just think about the fact that you probably have crystals that will support you right now. And even if you don't know a ton about crystal energy, even if you don't feel a lot of crystal energy, your intuition is so much stronger than you realize. If you go to your crystals with the intention of, I need to pick up some crystals that are going to help support me with the way that I'm feeling right now, you will probably pick up exactly what you need. It's just about thinking about the fact that, wow, crystals can actually help me in this time of like stress and anxiety and everything else. So why not use them? Just think about what you need them for, go over to them, pick them up, keep them around you. Wear them if you need to, grid around your bed with them if you're having problems sleeping. Just use them like they're here to help us. Let them help you. I had to pull out my ocean jasper because the exact feeling I get from my ocean jasper is the feeling that I have shown you earlier in this video, but also every time I talk about this stone, I feel like I do the same thing. It has this soothing, gliding energy. So that's why I had to pull this out, because I do feel like this is so soothing. And I don't know if it's even more soothing to me because it's a palm stone and I just enjoy the shape and the smoothness and just being able to grasp onto it so much. I'm not even tired, but I feel like I could take a nap right now just holding this. It's just so nice. So like I said, a few days ago, I put pretty much all of my bracelets on and I've just been keeping them on. Another thing to think about with crystals supporting you during this time is if you're someone who feels the emotions and the energies of other people, or even if you don't realize that you do, as a human being, you do feel and read energy subconsciously, even if it's not consciously. So to me, putting all these on has really helped kind of shield me from taking on everyone else's energies and beliefs and fears and things like that. And how I said, when I go out of the house, I put black tourmaline and moldavite in my pockets, same thing. I'm just trying to create this kind of like column around me. A lot of people say they put bubbles around themselves. I can't picture that as well as a column. I can see myself in a column that goes all the way up and all the way down, and it's this like energy column, and there's a lot of light in it. And that's just how I feel like I can put up kind of a, I don't want to say put up a barrier around myself, but put up almost like a filter, like a net, so that nothing bad is getting in, or it's at least helping keep at bay all of the stuff around me. And you can do this too. So even though not all of these are soothing stones, some of them are like protection stones and things like that, they're still supporting me during this time because they're helping me not take on all of the stuff that I don't want to take on. That's one example I want to show you of crystals that are being kind of like supportive in this time, even though they're not the soothing, calming crystals. They're still helping me with the stress and anxiety just by keeping some of everyone else's stuff away from me. So kind of like on that same note, tourmalated quartz, I feel like would be a great thing to have around you right now because it has the black tourmaline in it, which keeps the stuff away from you, but it's even stronger because of the quartz that it's in. And quartz is very like healing on its own, and it amplifies the properties of everything around it. So keeping this around, all of this, I feel like it's just such a good thing to do. And we're going to talk about a third type of calcite. You guys probably already know that I love orange calcite. It's a very, very happy stone to me, and that's why I find this to be a great supportive crystal during this time, because talking about raising your vibration and things like that, you want things around you that are going to make you happy. If you're happy, you feel better, you raise your vibration, it's easier not to get stuck in a place of stress and anxiety. So I think it's very cool to have crystals around you right now that would just make you happy and exuberant and creative and things like that. So orange calcite made the list. I am going to show you my grid now. So I made this grid the other day when things were feeling a little bit hectic and not so positive around here. And I call this my calm the fuck down grid. And that's what it's for. It's for calming down. So as you can see here in the middle, I have a piece of black tourmaline with mica in it. So black tourmaline, I'm just trying to keep the negativity away. The mica on there, I feel like makes it even more powerful for things like that. And then I have some tourmalated quartz over here. So same thing, black tourmaline, keeping the negativity away in the clear quartz. This is a smoky generator. So my idea behind this was to be grounded. You want to stay grounded right now and not get too crazy, not get too in your head. And that's why I felt like it was important to put those in there. On both sides over here, I have some moss agate. I just felt very led to put those there. And then I have a really cool point over here. And then this is actually a citrine point. And you can see I have a lot of yellows and oranges in here because I want it to be like also a happy grid and also a creative grid. So it's like calm the down, but also like be happy, be creative, get on with your life, things like that. This is a piece of honey calcite, which, you know, creativity, things like that. This is some red jasper. Like I said, I was trying to get like the oranges and the yellows, but this red one came in here too. But jasper is also very grounding, so it fits in with that part of the grid also. Right here and right here, I have lepidolite. Like I said, great for calming down. This is actually a piece of pink opal. I talked about that in the video too. Moldavite, super protective, and this one is actually a heart-shaped. So I'm just in love with him, and I think he's perfect in this grid. And then right above him, that is actually a moss agate point. And then these are just clear quartz points on the four sides out here. This one is a piece of petalite, and they say that negativity cannot exist in the same vicinity as petalite, so that's why I have that in there, more keeping the negativity away. Malachite, I really wanted to put in here. I just wanted to like mirror the green that I had going on, but malachite is also supposed to be protective. And then this is just another point I have over here. So this is my calm down grid, and I think it's a good idea to put a grid in your house right now just for like good energy, positivity, keeping negativity away, and that's pretty much all I was trying to do with this one. And I've been keeping it in our main living space. So that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you got something out of this. I hope that you're all doing great. I hope that you're all staying positive. And I hope that you have some crystals around you that will help support you if you are feeling stressed or anxious or anything else. I hope you guys have such a great day, and I will see you all next time.